right, everybody. So, with fall being right around the corner, I know what everyone's going to say, dude. We still got months until fall. Yes, but you should start thinking about fall a couple months before it hits, or let's just put it this way: the next season. So, if you're in fall, you should be thinking about winter. If you're in winter, you should be thinking about spring, so forth and so on. So, what I want to do, because it's so hot outside, I don't want to be out there right now. And I don't have a lot going on right now out there. Let's start focusing on fall. I'm going to show y'all what I'm doing to prepare for fall and what I'm planting, or what I plan on planting in fall. Okay, so what I'm going to focus on fall are some of these right here. We're going to start doing cucumbers. Some different cucumbers right here. Now these I'm going to actually plant outside in probably about 3 weeks. I could start some of these inside. I don't really like doing cucumbers inside, like in starts. I like to actually just plant them, direct sow them, and just go from there. That's just me. Y'all could be totally different and you enjoy doing cucumbers and starts. I don't, so I'm not going to. Now, what I do like to do in starts would be cabbages. I'm going to do probably only one of these because this thing is supposed to be huge. Some of these why am I saying cactuses? Some of these cabbages right here can get up to 44 pounds. That's insane. So I'm only going to do one of that one. But I'm going to do quite a few of these two. These are the two that I grew last year. And I want to say that I got 3 total cabbages in January, I think it was. So we're going to do these. I also bought some seeds for next year already. But like this giant sunflower, that looks fun. Some radishes, more cucumbers. How did I miss those cucumbers? Other cucumbers, some spinach. Got some spinach right here that will also be going direct sow soon. And carrots, which will also be direct sown in about a month. Probably toward the end of September is probably when I'll do those. But for this video, I'm just gonna kind of talk to you about what I've been doing. I love to shell beans. Now, I know what you're saying, dude. What are you, some old man? Yeah. Which I don't mind. You can call me that if you want. But like, look at all these black-eyed peas. Like, that's awesome. There's just something satisfying about growing your own beans and then shelling them, saving them, and then we're gonna use these black-eyed peas for the January 1st meal. So this is a lot of what I've been doing, shelling different beans, and a lot of okra. Check this out. Look at all of those seeds. These are all from the Hill Country red okra that I originally got from Bowtie Life last year. And then I spent the other night shelling, man, a lot of those okra pods that have dried out. There's just something about doing that. I don't know. I'm one of those kind of people that idle hands, I get real fidgety. So sitting here watching TV, shelling okra or beans, or like what we're about to do right now, planting some fall starts. It's just stuff I like to do. It's fun. Now, one thing I'm excited to show y'all is, if you've been following my Bible videos, my soil, scripture and soil videos, in the last one I talked about a few plants from the Bible, some pretty significant plants of the Bible. I'll put a link to that video up right here, but This is one of the ones that's really big, and this is a plant that's quite large in the Bible. Hyssop, not really sure how you pronounce that, but this plant is in the Bible numerous times all throughout it. So I finally bought some. So this will be planted next year. I'm going to plant this in one specific area just to kind of see it grow, and I'm really excited for that. So hopefully it grows. So some other stuff I'm going to plant soon. Beans. I love planting beans. My advice on planting beans is plant as many as you can. Make sure you're planting bush beans. If you're going to plant beans, you don't have trellises, make sure they're a bush variety. These yellow wax beans are great. They produce a lot. And if y'all don't know that legumes, the family of plants that are legumes, so basically beans, their roots contain a lot of nitrogen. Legume plants actually take the nitrogen out of the air, store them in their root system. So other plants that are needing nitrogen can send their roots over and tap into the nitrogen store. So I like to plant a lot of beans, spring and fall. Love it. I also have a lot of green beans going here pretty soon, probably about middle of September. Actually, I might plant some of the green beans like soon, right over here against the wall where it can not getting baked by the sun. Still be really hot, but not by the sun. So I've gone through my bag of seeds, and when I say a bag, I'm talking a y'all, I have a problem. I really like to buy seeds. Also, one other thing, I'm kind of all over the place if you haven't noticed. This wasn't a video I was planning on doing, but I thought, why not? Show y'all what I'm doing and just kind of have a little fun with it behind the scenes. I don't usually film right here, but I don't want to be outside. It's too hot. And honestly, I'm tired of sweating. So, onions. I'm going to try really hard to grow onions over the fall, which means I'll probably get them planted here fairly soon. I am not an onion person, so if you all are watching and you're in this zone 9A, anywhere around the Houston area, and you're great at growing onions, drop the plant time down below in the comments. Let me know. Let us all know. But I really want to try to grow some onions. I can't seem to unlock the cheat code for that crop, but sure would like to be able to grow some. But let's go ahead and plant some of these cabbages. Now, I said I'm probably only going to really grow one of these, but I'm going to plant a few of these seeds and try to get them to go. Now, what am I using? Normally what I like to do is use seed starts. Now, if you followed this channel for a long time, you know I preach seed starts. But I have started kind of testing planting starts without using a seed start mix. I did this, a month and a half ago, and I did it with peppers and all those squashes that I planted out there under the netting. I think 2 or 3 videos ago. Y'all, I might not ever use a seed start again. Hear me out. Seed starts are great because it gives the seed a warm median to grow in. And seeds don't technically need nutrition until they start putting on their first set of true leaves. At least that's what I've always known and what I've always followed. And usually once the first set of true leaves come on a plant, that's when I'd up-pot them into a soil, like a happy frog right here, or the sea version of the ocean floor version of this company. I like both of them. This one was on sale. I have absolutely no issues with happy frogs, so I grabbed this bag. And this is what we're gonna do these seed starts in this video. But what I've started doing, like I said, is I wanted to test this and see, do I need to do a seed start? Does it always got to be a seed start? Because if you think about it, you're spending the money on a seed start, and then when you up pot, you're spending money on your own soil mix. Whether you make your own soil mix, like I do for most of everything outside, or you go buy your own soil mix. I just wanted to see if it would work. If planting into a soil mix, a potting soil, so to speak, can cut out the need for a seed start. Now, everyone listen, I am not telling you to not do a seed start. That is not what I'm saying. In January, when I start my spring seeds, I will probably do a seed start just because habits and they work. But I am testing this because if I don't have to spend the money on a seed start and you get the same production, the same growth out of just using a soil mix, why do a seed start, right? Just follow with me. I will probably do an experiment in January, having a seed start and a planting mix side by side, the same plants, and see if there's any difference. If there's a germination rate that's different, et cetera, et cetera. So for now, I'm just gonna use this seed start. Now, what I like to do is constantly reuse containers. So for everyone that's like, you're using styrofoam, yes, but I reuse them. And in fact, I'm not even gonna use the styrofoam this time. I'm gonna use these little cups. I've already used them. As you can see, they've already been written on. They've already got the holes in the bottom, and these all work great. These were from Walmart. I got 200 of them for like $3. And I've been using the exact same ones over and over. This will be the third time I've used these cups since January. So everyone that doesn't like people using plastic, I understand that, but I'm reusing. So marker, I'll line out whatever we're planting, and then go ahead and plant them, get them watered in, and over there on the heat mat. So let me just show you on a few of these what I'm doing. I'm cutting into the bag right here. I am in my living room, so I'm not trying to make a huge mess. But let's be real, this is me. There is going to be a mess. But I have a vacuum right there, so we're good. I'm gonna put the camera down here, let y'all see what I'm doing, and go from there. Okay, so again, Happy Frog, plastic cup. On any kind of seed start, I like to pack, or any kind of start that I'm doing, I like to pack in the soil really good. Main reason for that is when you go to transplant the plug out, you want the soil kind of compacted. You don't want it loose, because when you flip it upside down and you go to take the start out, if it's loose, you all know the deal. Really big pain in the butt. You could lose a lot of your start doing that. So that's why I'm packing this in really nice here. Use this little deal to create a hole right in the middle. Not real deep. Cabbages usually need about, let's see where we at here. Usually need about 1/4 of an inch in depth. So that's about all we did right there on that one. Now these are these giant ones. Again, I'm gonna do 3 of these in 3 of these different cups. And then hopefully at least one will take really good and we can get this thing planted out there. I really hope this grows. I would love to see a monster cabbage. I mean, how cool would that be? So if you've never seen cabbage, imagine a cabbage that's 44 pounds, y'all, and it starts from seeds that are these small, and starts from seeds that are this tiny. How crazy is that? Nature's amazing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take the seed, put it right down there in the center, which you can't really see, but trust me, it's in that hole. Gonna cover it up. Just like that, y'all, and we're done. I'm gonna label it, then we're gonna move on. So I'm gonna mark that one out. And I'm just gonna put on here giant cabbage. Giant cabbage, done. So I'm not gonna bore you all with you watching me do the rest of these. I'm gonna do them all the exact same way that I just did this one. And like I said, we'll water these in, get them over there on the heat mat underneath the grow light, and hopefully, it says, what does it say, 7 to 10 days, it'll sprout. Let's see, these are frost hardy, of course, because they're cabbages. They're part of the brassica family, so should be just fine. The cabbages that I harvested in January or February, they survived the snow that we had here last December or January. I forgot when it snowed, but 4 inches of snow in Houston, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now, or at least that's what I'm doing. Outside, I've got a lot growing, as you saw in that last video, a lot of weird things. I'm also gonna go through and start getting rid of all the dead stuff, trying to clean up the beds, so to speak. I'm also gonna start amending. Now what I usually do is amend as I plant. I mend throughout the entire year, but we're starting to get into, I mean, we're in August, so I need to do my second of the year major amending. That's where I'm going to come through and amend all the beds, prepping for fall and winter. Now what do I use when I prep? I like to use compost and a vegetable mix. Depending on the year, I have used bulk vegetable mix from a place that I trust all of their materials, and I also will use just bag material. I'll probably do bag material again like I did in spring or in January. I think I amended in February, middle of February. So yeah, it's time to do a big amendment. So I'll be doing a lot of amending and to prep beds for fall. I'm gonna start taking some stuff out there. Like in the last video, I was toying with taking out some of the tomatoes and the okra. Most of the okra is coming out. The tomatoes I haven't decided yet on. I might leave the tomatoes for another month or so. Let's see if they start producing more flowers and fruit once the weather starts to come down, once the heat starts to drop, and then I'll make the decision on that. But a lot of those okras are coming out, and I'll be doing a lot more shelling of okra seeds. Now you might be wondering, what do I do with the okra seeds? One, I reuse them. I replant them. Two, I give them away. And to people that want them, especially in the local area. I don't have a way to mail them to everybody who would probably want some. That would just be, a logistical nightmare for me, plus the cost and everything. So I'm spitballing on some ideas of something maybe to help spread the seed swapping message around. I hope your all's gardens are going well. Hope you're preparing for fall. And to be totally honest, I really hope that everyone's current gardens are really producing a lot. My bean plants out there are absolutely putting on so much production, so much fruit, I can't even keep up with them. The birds, and I'm assuming I still probably have 1 or 2 rats out there that are just really getting into the beans. Really annoying me, especially when I'm trying to grow them for a specific reason. But sharing with nature isn't really a bad thing, is it? So, everyone, that's the video. Hope you all are having a blessed Sunday today. I know this was a little bit of a different video where I'm just kind of rambling a little bit and showing you just what I'm doing. Again, wasn't prepared or really thinking about doing a video like this, but sometimes it's just fun to not have everything thought up in my head, and all right, I got to go to, do this and talk about that and go stand over there and, oh, where's the sun at? Is the sun casting shadow? There's a lot that goes into videos. Right now, I'm just chilling. It's an evening in the AC, and this is what I do, y'all. I am constantly surrounded by beans. I got beans everywhere, dry beans. Check out all these. Don't know if you can see them. Let me bring them in. These are the Thai soldier beans that I've been growing and are growing so crazy out there. What else do I have? Got some red ripper cowpeas right here. Show y'all those. Those are really, y'all, man, these things grow like crazy. What else do I have? Over on the table, I have a bunch of black beans, but these black-eyed peas are the ones I'm really, really excited about. They just look so cool. It's just fun to be able to grow your own stuff, right? I know, total nerd right here, but it's all good. So anyway, I'll stop rambling. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. Spend it with your family, friends, out in the garden. I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye.